The words hung in the air like a slap. You're adopted, Rachel. You don't count. This is our mother's house, and you have no claim to anything in it. My sister Vanessa stood in the doorway of our childhood home, arms crossed, 3 days after we'd buried Mom. I felt the ground shift beneath me. Adopted. I was 41 years old, and I was learning this from my sister's cruel mouth. But what neither of us knew was that Mom had left a diary, and what was written inside would change everything, including who really didn't count. My name is Rachel, and until that moment, I thought I knew exactly who I was. I was Margaret's younger daughter. I had her nose, everyone said. I'd spent every Sunday of my childhood in that kitchen, learning her recipes. I'd held her hand in the hospital for 3 weeks as cancer took her piece by piece. Vanessa had visited twice. What are you talking about? I managed to whisper. Vanessa's lips curled into something between a smile and a sneer. You really didn't know? Oh, this is rich. She laughed. Actually laughed. Mom and Dad adopted you when you were a baby. They couldn't tell you because they felt sorry for you. But now that they're both gone, there's no reason to pretend anymore. That's not true. Check the documents, Rachel. The lawyer has everything. You're not blood. You never were. She stepped closer, lowering her voice to something venomous. So when the will gets read next week, don't expect anything. Blood comes first. You were just charity. I drove home in a fog. 41 years of my life suddenly felt like a lie. That night, I called my Aunt Linda, Mom's sister. My hands were shaking. Aunt Linda, am I adopted? There was a long pause, then a sigh. Oh, sweetheart, we need to talk, but not over the phone. Come see me tomorrow. Aunt Linda's hands trembled as she poured the tea. Yes, she said finally. You were adopted. But Rachel, it's not what Vanessa made it sound like. I sat frozen, waiting. Your mother, Margaret, she couldn't have more children after Vanessa. There were complications. She wanted another baby so badly. Aunt Linda's eyes filled with tears. When you came into their lives, she said it was the happiest day of her existence. She used to say you chose them, not the other way around. But Vanessa said I don't count. That blood comes first. Aunt Linda's expression hardened. Vanessa was always jealous of you. Even as children, you were sweet, attentive, loving. She was? She paused diplomatically. Difficult. Your mother saw it. She saw everything. Did Mom love me less? Because I wasn't biological? Rachel, Aunt Linda took my hand. Your mother kept a diary. For 30 years. She wrote in it almost every day. After the funeral, I found it in her dresser. She wanted you to have it. She told me before she passed that if anything ever happened between you and Vanessa, you should read it. My heart stopped. She knew this would happen? Your mother knew her daughters better than they knew themselves. She handed me a worn leather journal, its pages yellowed with age. Read it. All of it. Then you'll understand the truth. I couldn't sleep that night. I sat in my bed and opened Mom's diary. The first entry was dated 41 years ago. Today we brought Rachel home. I have never felt love like this. People say you can't love an adopted child the same way. They're wrong. The moment I held her, she was mine. She is my daughter in every way that matters. I turned the pages, tears already falling. Rachel took her first steps today. Vanessa pushed her down afterward. I worry about that girl's heart sometimes. Rachel made me a card for my birthday. Vanessa forgot. I try not to compare them, but Rachel has a gentleness Vanessa never had. Page after page, year after year, my mother documented her love. But there was something else. A pattern I couldn't ignore. Vanessa asked again today if Rachel will get an equal inheritance. She's only 14. Why does she care about money already? It frightens me. Vanessa told Rachel she was found in a dumpster. Rachel cried for hours. I grounded Vanessa for a month. She showed no remorse. I changed my will today. I need to protect Rachel. I know what Vanessa will do when I'm gone. I've always known. I sat up straight. Mom had changed her will to protect me. Then I reached the final entries, written when Mom was already sick. Rachel comes every day. She holds my hand. She reads to me. She is everything a daughter should be. Vanessa visited today. First time in months. She asked if I'd finalized everything. She meant the will. She didn't ask how I felt. My own flesh and blood. And she only sees dollar signs. If Vanessa ever tells Rachel she's adopted to hurt her, I want my daughter to know the truth. Blood didn't make Rachel my daughter. Love did. And love counts more than anything Vanessa will ever understand. The last entry was dated 2 days before Mom died. I'm leaving the house to Rachel, the savings too. Vanessa will get her trust fund, the one she's been waiting for, but nothing more. Rachel earned her place in this family. Vanessa lost hers a long time ago. I hope someday Rachel reads this and knows. She was never charity. She was the answer to my prayers. I held the diary to my chest and sobbed. The will reading was the following Tuesday. Vanessa arrived in a designer dress, radiating confidence, already mentally spending what she assumed would be everything. She didn't even look at me. The lawyer, Mr. Patterson, cleared his throat. Thank you all for coming. Margaret was very specific in her wishes, and she updated her will 8 months before her passing. Vanessa smiled. To my biological daughter, Vanessa, Patterson read, I leave the trust fund established at your birth, currently valued at $40,000. I'm sorry, 40,000? That's it? What about the house, the savings? Patterson continued calmly. To my daughter Rachel, I leave the family home, valued at approximately $600,000, along with my entire savings account of $230,000. The room went silent. This is a joke, Vanessa exploded. She's adopted. She's not even real family. I'm the blood daughter. This can't be legal. Patterson removed his glasses. I assure you, Miss Vanessa, it's entirely legal. Your mother was of sound mind, and the will was properly witnessed and notarized. Adoption grants full legal status as a child. There is no distinction between biological and adopted children under inheritance law. I'll contest it, Vanessa shrieked. I'll sue. You're welcome to try, Patterson said. But your mother anticipated this. He slid a sealed envelope across the table. She left this letter to be read if you challenged the will. Vanessa snatched it open and read aloud, her voice growing quieter with each word. Vanessa, if you're reading this, it means you've chosen money over family one final time. I gave you everything growing up, and still your heart stayed cold. Rachel gave me love I never had to earn. She sat by my deathbed while you counted my assets. The diary will tell Rachel the truth. And the truth is this, you stopped being my daughter in spirit long ago. Rachel never had my blood, but she had my heart, and that's what counts. Vanessa dropped the letter. Her face was white. I finally spoke. You told me I didn't count, Vanessa, but Mom counted me, every single day for 41 years. It's all written down. Vanessa did try to contest the will. Her lawyer told her the same thing Patterson did. Adopted children have identical legal rights. She had no case. She spent $8,000 on legal fees before giving up. We don't speak anymore. The last thing she said to me was that I'd manipulated Mom, as if love and presence were manipulation. I moved into our childhood home. Every room holds a memory. Mom teaching me to cook, the marks on the doorframe tracking my height, the garden we planted together. I keep her diary on my nightstand. Some nights, when I miss her too much, I read a random entry, and every time, I'm reminded that the woman who raised me chose me, loved me, counted me. Last week, I found one entry I'd somehow missed. It was short. People ask if I wish Rachel were my biological child. I tell them no, because then she'd be mine by accident. This way, she's mine by choice, and choosing her was the best decision of my life. Here's what I've learned. Family isn't about whose blood runs through your veins. It's about who shows up, who stays, who holds your hand when you're scared, and loves you when you're unlovable. Vanessa shared my mother's DNA, but she never shared her heart. I may have been adopted, but I was never less than. I was never charity. I was chosen. And in the end, the diary said what Vanessa never could understand. Love is what counts, and I counted all along.